Thank you for joining the Disruptive Dialogue experience, where we hope to bring people together with different perspectives like yourself to help innovate change for our cities, our communities, and our nation. Joining us today, we have Lucretia Doyle, who is a Bell disruptor with the Bell Project in Atlanta, Georgia. Lucretia is living proof that society's expectations of you should never dictate who you choose to become. The daughter of a formerly incarcerated mother, she overcame the obstacles that she faced at a young age and became passionate about empowering youth and adults with the knowledge that they are capable of doing extraordinary things despite their backgrounds. In 2016, Lucretia founded her own nonprofit foundation in honor of her mother, Patricia Ann Doyle, and it's called the PAD Foundation, or Patricia Ann Doyle Foundation, to provide books and summer camp scholarships and empower youth with an incarcerated parent. She has given a total of 12 scholarships with care packages since she launched. She has over 20 years of experience in case management, youth development, and nonprofits. Lucretia graduated with a bachelor's degree in business administration with an emphasis on management. She has also received her MBA from American Intercontinental University. In her free time, Lucretia enjoys volunteering, playing kickball, mentoring, music, spending time with her family, and traveling. Thank you all for welcoming Lucretia to the Disruptive Dialogue experience. Welcome, Lucretia.
Thank you so much, Mr. Cotton, for this great opportunity. I'm excited. Thank you for sharing my bio and the organization.
Yeah, I've shared with you on many occasions that you are amazing. The work you do is amazing, and you have a great story. But I want us to not just focus on the story, but focus on the woman that you are today and how you make that impact. But to get us started, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do and some of your background, where you've come from?
Yes, so I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, uh, a Georgia peach all the way, as the young people would say.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and pretty much my mother was incarcerated. And while I was the age of 9, my siblings and I had to go reside with my grandparents. And that was a traumatic experience for everybody. Because at that age you should have your parents involvement in being in your life. And growing up in elementary school and part of high school, she missed out on a lot of things, and my grandparents had to relive their life with us. It's like I said, it's a total of 4 of us, and I'm the oldest and a twin. I have a twin brother, and I have a baby brother and a baby sister. So it was an impact on everybody. It was challenging, but we kept the faith. We stayed together. I appreciate my grandparents for raising us, teaching us the importance of not giving up, having faith. My grandparents both was preachers. My grandfather had his own church. He served in the military, and while my mother was incarcerated, they made sure that we stayed in contact with her throughout the entire process. We never missed a beat. We always visit her every week, no nonstop. We had every opportunity to talk to her on the phone almost daily, writing letters. Back in the day, we didn't have video calls like you have now, but we
Right.
was able to do phone calls and write letters just to stay in contact with her and keep the communication open. And our activities in school and any projects that we may have, or any activities at school or at church, and just keeping her faith lifted up while she was incarcerated, because everybody
Yeah.
pretty much, it was a change for everybody. And so that experience have really made me who I am today. I have overcame so many things, and I'm able to support other young people who have been impacted with a parent incarcerated, whether it be a mother or a father or a grandparent or a step parent or a adopted parent. But or anybody who's been incarcerated. It impacts everybody, not just
Yeah.
the person who's behind bars. It impacts the entire family. And so that experience alone was mind blowing, and
Yeah,
it
it
was
is.
challenging. But at the same time, like I said, I had praying grandparents, and we just kept the faith. And if it wasn't for that, I think we probably all would have lost our mind. I'm just going to be honest.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing to have grandparents that can step in and support that can step in, and especially ones who raise you up and give you the faith that you need to continue to move forward. How old were you when you first started experiencing, with your mother being incarcerated?
I was 9 years old. I was 9, and so
Yeah.
she didn't get out till I was about 18. And luckily, she got out before I graduated from high school. So
Say
she
that
missed a
again.
lot.
How old were you when you got out?
Uh, when she got out, about
How old were you
15.
when she
When I
got
was
out?
15 years, I was
Okay.
15. I was a teenager.
Okay.
So she missed out on the conversation. Starting the menstrual cycle. Dating, activities at school, and so she missed out on some things that she could not pretty much be there for. My grandparents had to, or her siblings jumped in to help out where it needed. If my grandparents was, because they was older and firm. I wouldn't say strict, and that's just how I was raised. And I was
Hmm.
raised well, but they had everything in order. Put it like that. And it could be the military background, and the church background, but my grandparents didn't play no games.
So this is some of the hardest times that a lot of people face when growing up, when we start thinking about adolescent years and decisions that we make. They can be the right way or the wrong way. Would you say that it was the family structure that helped keep you from making those decisions? Because you obviously had
Oh
influences that
yeah.
could have took you the wrong way.
Oh yeah. Oh, most definitely. I mean, my mom was raised well. She had both of her parents. She was raised in the church. She traveled. My grandfather was in the military, so they was traveling from different places. She wasn't born in Georgia. She was born in West Virginia. So,
Okay.
she committed a crime. She did her time. That was her first time, and she learned from it. We learned from her mistakes, my siblings and I.
Hmm.
And she was honest with her. The thing of it is, her transparency about the whole situation. She was honest with us from the beginning to the end, and she always, shared with us on the phone. Do not give up, um, do not get in trouble, all of that.
Yeah. What are some of the challenges you did face? So, I mean, you went on to get education, bachelor's degree, master's degree, but along the way, I'm pretty sure there was some challenges that you had to overcome.
Oh, of course. I mean, I'm getting full because Monday would be 21 years. My mom passed away. I
Sorry
thought I
to
was
hear
gonna
that.
hold my tears back. Yeah, so August 1st, 2001, she left this earth. So I feel like I did not have her as long as I should,
Hmm.
Um, and it bothers me when I see people don't have a relationship with their mother, um, regardless of the situation, Um, but I'm grateful that the short amount of time that I did have with her, I never gave up. I never gave up. I cherish every moment, and that's why I created the Pad Foundation, to highlight her story, to be transparent, to share with other young people that you're not alone. Um, and so I experienced a lot of things in my life, um, some shortcomings, but I'm grateful that I never had any involvement getting in trouble or doing drugs or anything of that nature. I'm just glad that I was raised well by great grandparents from the beginning to the end.
Yeah. I think about just the things that you're sharing with us, and we can see the emotion behind what you had to go through and overcome, and the barriers that you had to overcome. The other thing is the influence that your mother had on you, because to honor your mother in the way you did with the Patricia Ann Doyle Foundation, I'm sure she was very transparent about her life with you, and some of the
Oh
ways
yeah.
that she made choices and then how she's overcome some of her choices. Do you have an influential moment that you can think back to of your mother that you're saying, this moment right here when my mom shared this or gave this to me was really one of the most
Oh
special
yeah.
moments of life?
When she got her GED, when she got out, she went back to school and obtained her GED. That was a We were all proud of her, and she um, went to nursing school, became a phlebotomy technician, and worked at LabCorp in Tucker,
Nice.
Georgia, and became a supervisor. Even with the background, it was
Hmm.
just amazing just to see that she did not give up. She didn't let her background or other obstacles stop her from growing and learning and developing. And
Yeah.
then she served on the board of this organization. Back then, it used to be called Aid to Children of Imprisoned Mothers, and the name changed to Forever Family. And my family was the first to be served in that organization. My mom was the first formerly incarcerated individual to serve on that organization board. So that was phenomenal as well. And when she passed away, that's when I joined the board, to continue the legacy and to share my thoughts as a child perspective serving on the board, and a voice from someone, family member who was formerly incarcerated. So
Hmm.
those moments was a blessing altogether. So I'm grateful of that. I'm grateful she came. I had ran for homecoming queen. I would never forget. And I actually won first runner up. I should have won homecoming queen, but we're gonna let that go. My classmate, we've been running against each other and everything since elementary school, and I'm always behind her, but we're still friends.
Okay.
But my mom was able to be there for that experience, and I was grateful for that. Even for my
Right.
prom, even for my high school graduation. She did not make it to my college graduation, but she did make it to my high school. So
Yeah.
I'm just grateful.
Yeah. I just want to highlight her just a little bit from the perspective that I'm learning from you right now. Um, Miss Doyle, as a formerly incarcerated person, did not allow her history or her background to hinder her in any way from being a mother to you, from being an inspiration to you, to transforming her life on the other side of incarceration, to living a new life, to being able to grow and thrive, to reach into herself and see the best parts of her. And, just listening to your story about her inspires me because, my work is clearly around reentry, and people are the most important part of reentry. And she showed the great example of what reentry looks like. And so, just to
Yes.
honor her in this moment is really an inspiration to me.
Oh yeah.
So,
Oh yeah. Most and you know what? We did not love her no less. Even though she
hmm.
committed a crime. People used to ask me, "Where's your mom? Where's your mom?" And of course we was embarrassed at the time. Never talked about my mom incarceration, and it's crazy until I became an adult. All my
Mm.
friends from school, from social media now I talk about it. They was like, we never knew, because we
Hmm.
used to say my mom was a traveling nurse, and we just did not share with the school. My grandparents, they did not share with the school, with the teachers or the PTA meeting or the administrators at the school. So, that's another perspective that people don't think about from a child perspective.
Hmm.
When a child is in school, people asking, "Where's your mom? Where's your dad?" If they're incarcerated, nobody wants to say, "Oh, my dad is in prison," or "My mom is in prison." And the next thing you know, what are they in prison for? So there's going to ask more questions. And
Right.
so, but we just never shared, the information. To be honest with you, my siblings don't even really talk about it. I'm the only one really talk about it. I'm the only one that pretty much um, share my mama's story to other people, to highlight her, not to be ashamed. I don't know if they're ashamed of it or not, but I'm just I'm sharing it to help other young people, to help others who have been in it, so they'll know the impact of them being incarcerated. It does impact their child mental, emotional well-being completely. But we don't
Absolutely.
love our mothers or our fathers who have been incarcerated no less. It's just it's it's an embarrassment because it's hard to talk about, especially when you're in school and with your
Yeah.
peers and your friends. Um, and so I just want to share that moment. Um,
Yeah.
that's pretty much it.
Question that I just you brought up right now is, was that a traumatic experience for you going through that time of your life with having to not be able to tell other people things and just kind of the things you experienced, or was there some kind of buffer that kept the trauma away from you?
And it'll be, I think it was a buffer. You know why? Because I'm a musician. I don't know if I told you
Okay.
that or not.
You did.
And so um, I learned how to play in church. Um, but my first instrument was in third grade. I played the clarinet and saxophone. My dad bought me a saxophone. I'm sorry, a clarinet, and that's how I learned how to read music. Then I started playing the drums in church because I had to get my mind, find something to occupy my mind while my mom was incarcerated.
Hmm.
And my grandparents were so firm because we couldn't spend the night at people's houses. People could not come over. I never did a sleepover. They were very strict. We couldn't go to house parties. Um, we couldn't listen to R&B music, in their house. And so
In their house. Let's clarify that, huh?
I made that clear. So when we visit when my dad came and picked us up on the summer, for the summer of the weekend, we had our opportunity to listen to, Michael Jackson. That was
Hmm.
back in my day, the famous music, Criss Cross and, Heavy D and some, I'm just naming a few artists, Whitney Houston,
Right.
some artists that I enjoy. And, they whole thing was, no blues in my house. So we had to respect that. So,
I
um,
was.
music was I wasn't really focused on my mother incarcerations because music was my highlight of
Hmm.
my of dealing with her being incarcerated. And I could say she was incarcerated down the road. She was down the road for 3 years, and she was able to go to a halfway house to serve the other 2 years. And so that means she had weekend visits. She had formed a choir when she was cause my mother is a singer too, and a musician. She formed a choir while she was incarcerated, and that choir was able to travel to different places. So sometimes we would go and hear her sing, with the women in the prison. They had a women prison choir, and so she used to sing around Georgia, and we used to go. If we was available, we was able to go and hear her sing, and then on the weekends, when she had weekend passes, if everything was good at the halfway house, like keeping your room clean, coming in on time from your curfew from work and these things, we was able to get her on the weekend. So those were some great moments as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. So let's transition to, you currently are a Bell disruptor with the Bell Project, which is one of my favorite organizations right now. So I want you to talk a little bit about that, but I also want to save some time because I want to hear about the PAV Foundation and these scholarships. And then I'm going to invite you back because our grand finale show is going to be ladies talking about how they're disrupting the different barriers that people face. And I want you all to just talk about your work and how it overlaps with one another's work. And so I want to be able to invite you back for that. But for right now, talk a little bit about what a Bell Disruptor is, and then let's roll right into the Patricia Ann Doyle Foundation.
Thank you. So my career right now, I'm a full-time employee with the Bail Project, which is a national nonprofit organization providing free bail assistance to those who are incarcerated at 14 county DeKalb County jails, because I'm at the Atlanta site, and we have a whole nother team in Augusta, Georgia, for Richmond County Jail. And so the clients do not have to pay the money back. The money is free. A referral can be submitted from an attorney, a community service leader, a community activist, social worker, a family member. Anyone can submit a referral on their family member behalf. And the process is we interview the clients via video or phone. If the clients meet all the criteria for our program, we will post their bail. The clients stay in contact with us, weekly check-ins via phone or via text or via email, and until they return back to court. Once they return back to court, the money is comes back to the Bail Project, because that's why the Bail Project is a national revolving, so we can help someone else family out. So that's how that program works. I've been with the organization since November 23rd, 2020. I helped launch the Atlanta site, myself and another colleague, and it has been a great experience. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy talking to the clients, the family members, the attorneys. I enjoy the partnership meetings and meeting people in the community, going to community resource fairs and things of that nature, just trying to get the word out about the Bail Project. And so it has been a phenomenal experience. I have posted bail for over 200 individuals so far, and the numbers are going up. And so today, I had a few clients I had to interview, and tomorrow I'm posting bail in the Cobb County and Fulton County Jail. Total of 9 individuals going home tomorrow. So I'm excited
Amen.
about that. And I'm sure their
Good
family
stuff.
going to be excited as well. Right for the
Yeah.
weekend, right before the first of the month. So before August 1st. Yeah. So it's the end of the weekend, the end of the month of July. And so I'm just excited that these folks going home Friday, July 29th, 2022, and hopefully do not return back to either Fulton, DeKalb County Jail, and just providing resources. The Bail Project do provide free Lyft rides if they need it to court or to a medical appointment, to a job interview. They just have to let us know for us to set that up. And also, we provide free cell phones. It's not a smartphone, or it's not an Apple phone or a Samsung, but it's a phone for them to use to call, text, and check in with us, or for them to use for a job, or for medical or court, just to remain connected with us and into their community until they get back on their feet. So I am excited about all the resources that the Bail Project offers, and the other programs or organizations that we connect with that help us with our clients, whether it be housing, men program, substance abuse, mental health, baby items, whatever the client needs, we pretty much have a partnership for that. And so I'm excited about the work and looking forward to growing it and then learning more with the Bail Project.
That's good stuff. I met you and heard about the Bell Project. And when I met you, it was amazing to see the work that you're doing. But I say the Bell Project's one of my favorite organizations right now. But your work ethic and who you are within the Bell Project is so much, it makes it so much better. Your dedication to not only being a part of different groups and different organizations. I see you on different calls. I see you interacting, engaging, finding resources, bailing people out, and just being this amazing worker within what you do because your heartbeat toward it. And it's clear and evident to see that your dedication is second to none. And when it comes to being a bail disruptor, when it comes to finding resources, and just being an overall disruptor to the different situations that people find themselves in. So I just want to
Oh yeah,
shout you out really quick.
I appreciate that. To whom
Yeah,
much is given, much is required. And so
absolutely.
many are called to do this work, but to be honest with you, Thomas, only a few are chosen.
Hmm.
Only a
Yeah,
few. Only
only a
only
few.
if that really can, really doing it from their hearts, and having empathy for those who have been justice involved. So many people are doing this work, but a lot of them not doing it for the right reasons. And so I just want to put
Hmm.
that out there. You
Right.
have to have a willing heart, and be mindful and meet the people where they are, and that's what I do.
That's good stuff. We're going to touch on that on the finale show because I really want to talk about that heartbeat that you have. But before we close out today, we got to talk about Patricia Ann Doyle Foundation. We got to talk about these
All right.
scholarships that you're giving, the multiple scholarships that you've helped people out with. Let me say this: children that have an incarcerated parent, is very near and dear to our hearts through my organization, Redemption and Advancement Alliance, because we help children with incarcerated parents overcome a lot of their barriers. A lot of times we find them in their teens and into the mid 20s and late 20s to help them out because there's still remnants that they have to overcome. And I believe that the more resources that these children get a chance to find and be a part of and be supported, the better off they are as they don't follow in the same footsteps, because statistically we know that the chances of them following along and being incarcerated are very high. But we have to have this focus for that special group of people. And so tell us about what the PAT Foundation is.
Well, PAT Foundation established in July 2016. We just celebrated 6 years, and I'm grateful. This
Congrats.
organization and I'm not rich. I wish I had the money of Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey. I'm telling you, these kids would get more than $500 and $1,000 scholarship. But I'm grateful for the money that I can provide to be able to help these young folks who have experienced the same thing that I experienced. So every last one of them had a mother that was a mother or a father that was incarcerated or still currently incarcerated. And so we provide these scholarships, and we remain in contact with all of our scholars. So I call them the PAD scholars, and they're featured on our website. Our website is www.padfoundations.org. And you can find us on Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn, PAD Foundation 2016. And so you can find us on there and like and share and comment. You can see all the work that we're doing. We have a wine tasting coming up on Saturday, on Thursday,
Thursday. Yep.
Thursday, August the 11th, from 6 to 9 p.m. I'm going to have a live saxophonist. He is the bomb.com. We went to high school together, marching the band. So I know he's good. And so
Yeah.
he's going to provide all the live music. We're going to have a 360 camera, a professional camera photographer there taking pictures. We're just going to have fun and raise money to give more scholarships to young people. So I'm excited about that event. We also host a benefit concert every year. It's a gospel concert. My mom was a gospel singer. And so I try to do these events meaningful of months that pertain to her. And so August is the month that she passed away. Usually we have the wine tasting in April, but the numbers was kind of high for COVID. That's why I changed the date. April is when she was released. April 1993, she was released from prison. And so that's why I had the wine tasting in April. And so October is the month she was born. That's when we have the benefit concert. And so the
Okay.
kids of the scholarships, they come to the benefit concert and they featured there. And we have gospel artists, celebrities, local, national artists come and sing, and just 1.5 hours, have some food, everybody go home. Everything is free at that event. But we
Mm-hmm.
try to raise money as well at the benefit concert. So yes, we gave 12 scholarships. We paid for a kid's summer camp, Gainesville YMCA, 6 years old. His grandmother was formerly incarcerated, and so she asked, "Could we pay for his summer camp?" I said, "Sure." And I said, "How much is it?" And so the pay for the whole entire summer camp, I was shocked. We hurry up and write that check. It was $250, and so he has camp. So he doesn't have to pay for no camp for the entire summer. This week is his last week because he starts school next week. So we're excited that we was able to bless this young man. And then last summer we blessed a young man. He graduated from high school in Vegas. And so myself, I tried to get some
Mm-hmm.
other board members to come. I went to his graduation in Vegas. I took a flight, and his
Nice.
mom was just released not too long before he graduated, and her parole officer allowed her to go with her son graduation. That was a blessing. We helped, with another organization, pay for her flight and hotel and things of that nature. And so we're
Awesome.
glad we was able to bless him with a scholarship as well, and gave him a nice token of love graduation in Vegas in July. So it was hot, but I
Yeah.
was grateful to be there. That same young man, we gave him a summer camp scholarship in at Morehouse STEM program. That was $550. That was in 2019. So he was our first summer camp recipient, and now he attends Georgia State University. So I'm
Awesome.
excited for him. Oh yeah, I'm definitely excited for him. I'm gonna try to get him to be an intern for the Bell Project since we have
Okay.
paid internships. So I'm trying to see, can I get him on board, and once he graduates, he may want to work for the Bell Project, or he may want to work for you, Thomas. Who knows? So
Yeah.
I
Who
just
knows?
try to stay in contact with all of the scholars. All of them are doing very well. Some are still in college. Some have went on to grad school. I had one young man graduated from Clark, Atlanta. He was my first recipient when I first started the PAD scholarship, and he received $250. He graduated from Clark, Atlanta, with his MSW, and now he's working at the Department of Juvenile Justice at Metro YDC as a counselor there. And so I'm glad because I helped him get the job. He asked me for a letter of recommendation. That means I help you get the job. so they're
Nice.
not just asking for scholarship; they're asking for letter of recommendation for jobs or
Right.
for school, things of that nature. And we have paid for some college applications. And so
Yeah.
we don't mind doing that as well. So that's another new program we just added. We don't just do care packages for the college students, but we also pay for college application if needed. And we going to start paying for SAT, ACT classes, prep classes for those who need assistance with that. So that's going to be new. That's something new that we're going to be adding in 2023, and I'm excited about it. I'm going to be putting the word out, market, and so hopefully we can help some other young people who have parents who are current or formerly incarcerated to join our program. And like I said, you can see all the pictures, all the events, everything is on our website.
Well, when you start putting all these other programs out, we're definitely going to like and share and try to get everybody involved. So before we head out
Give.
today, there's a couple things that I want you to share, and if we could do it really quickly, is number one, how do people refer um, people to your program to get support? Number two, tell how people can give and help you to raise funds for supporting these individuals. And number three,
Okay.
what are some things that you would tell a child whose parent is incarcerated to encourage them today to continue to move forward and grow in their life?
To every child that has a parent that is incarcerated, remember the best is yet to come. Don't give up no matter what comes your way. Do not give up. Always remember that your parent made a mistake. Learn from their mistake. Pray with them. Love them. Care for them. That's my advice to every child and young adult and youth that have a parent that's incarcerated. For those who like to give, there's several ways to give to the PAD Foundation. We are part of Amazon Smile, and I know everybody uses Amazon because my house always have a box at the front door. So you can give through Amazon Smile. We're connected with Network for Good. That's on Facebook. That's a organ that helps other nonprofit give funding. We are part of United Way. We're under that list, and also you can give on our website. Every debit and credit card, you can mail a check or a cashier's check to our PO box. Everything is on our website. And so if you want to give, like I said, you can give on PayPal as well. And so we're on PayPal, and then you also can give on our website. Just click the big donate button. Just click that, and you can just give. I want to give a donor a shout out. One of my classmates been giving $50 these last 3 years. $50 may not mean a lot to a lot of people, but it has helped on many occasions to pay for our PO box, to pay for the phone and internet services for the PAD Foundation, the website host, or pay for a college application for a young person, or pay for a care package. These things are needed for the PAD Foundation. We have a wish list as well listed on the website. The young people always, we give during the Christmas time. I forgot to mention that. So every Christmas, we give a $50 Visa, a MasterCard to every young person in our program. And we also give stockings full of toiletries for every that have been in our program, past and current. So I just want to highlight that. So if you want to give to that, to our Christmas celebration, we love for that. Or you just want to give monthly, any amount. No amount is too small, and definitely no amount is too large. We definitely we definitely would love to have all the donations. Want to give a shout out to all my board members. I love each and every one of them. They are great. They're going to be at the wine tasting. So you want to learn more about our board, you can see their bios on our website, and our sponsors, my church, Herzing Universities, and some other organizations that have been a blessing to the PAD Foundation, Forever Family as well. All organization has blessed us some type of way, whether it has been in-kind donation or monetary donation. And so I just want to highlight each and every last one of them. And that's pretty much it. So anyone have any
So
questions or concern, you can.
before we head out, put that website, say that website again, so everybody knows
Oh, the
exactly which
website.
website.
Oh, yes. Anybody who wants to donate or just want to check out our website is www.pad foundations with an s.org. So padfoundations.org or padfoundation.com. It comes up both ways, and you can see everything on our website. Everything. The Amazon Smile is on there too. You can click that and you can see what our EIN number is, because we are a 501c3 tax deductible organization.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, Lucretia, I thank you for your time. I thank you for sharing your passion. I look forward to you being on the finale. We really
Thank you,
want
Tunis.
to come back and really, from this standpoint, talk about ladies and the impact that you're having, but also talk about the challenges that ladies face within the different systems and structural and systemic systems that they have to face. And so I know you as a disruptor,
Yeah.
you have a lot of your mindset is to disrupting these systems and being a big part of that. So definitely look forward to hearing your voice in that.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it, and we're grateful for every chance to be a part of your podcast. Thank you so again.
Awesome. Thanks, Lucretia. Well, thank you all again for joining the Disruptive Dialogue. We look forward to seeing you at the same time next week. Again, like us on social media, follow us, comment, like, all these other things. And we look forward to seeing you again next week.